Hey, what's going on, guys? Oink here, back again after what has been quite some time doing a gameplay video. I'm back from holiday. I went skiing for a week. Lovely, in Austria. Very nice, and enjoyed myself thoroughly. But it's been some time since I did a proper video, and from now on it's back to normal, you know, a video every few days like it used to be. I'm gonna, you know, see if I can get back into the rhythm of things, and yeah, I just feel like I'm gonna get back into it. I have been not doing so many videos of recent, and of course I was away last week. But I thought a topical thing to talk about would be getting back into gaming, you know, playing a game after you've been away from it for a while. And you know, a week isn't that long, admittedly. I'm sure many of you have been, you know, away from your gaming thing, whatever it may be, Xbox, PS3, PC, for a lot longer than a week. Of course I have as well, but I thought it would be something interesting to talk about, and you know, give a few insight and a few tips and that sort of thing on just, you know, getting yourself back into the flow of things, back into it. So I mean, a lot of us who play at a reasonable level, you know, who are good at the game, if you feel like you're a strong player, you know, you play on a regular basis, you develop a kind of knack. And that was really embarrassing. That was oh dear, that was not good. Yeah, you develop a kind of knack with your, you know, I guess with your hands. You know, you get used to the sensitivity of the game you're playing with your analog sticks, with your mouse, whichever it may be. You know, really start getting a feel for some certain guns that you might be using, or maps and routes and all sorts of things. You know, it's natural that you just, you know, find yourself in a kind of flow. You just get really used to the feel and how the game plays. I remember back when I was playing Call of Duty, you know, every day, week in, week out, just a lot, and playing, you know, competitive game battles, that kind of stuff. Really, you know, you get good at the game. You know, it sounds a bit kind of big-headed, and I don't mean it in that way, but and of course, you know, there are people who are better than me. I'm not saying that I'm the best player at anything, but it got to a stage where I was a very confident player, you know, at Call of Duty, probably back in Modern Warfare 2, and before, you know, a little while ago, probably when I was posting Battlefield videos more regularly, I did feel like I was a very strong player. You know, I felt confident that I would win most gunfights one-on-one. This gameplay that you're watching now, this is about that time when I was just really feeling Battlefield. You know, I just had the sensitivity down. You know, almost any 1v1 I would feel confident that I could win. Most games I would feel confident that I could win. You know, I was winning most of them. New routes and tactics for, you know, that sort of thing. I felt really confident, and when you go away for a little while and you break off from that game, coming back to it isn't always as easy as you might think. You know, it does take a little bit of getting used to. It's generally a good idea just to take things a little slower back on your first time. You know, even just picking up the controller is gonna feel a little odd if you haven't picked one up for, you know, a couple weeks or so. It's gonna feel a little strange in your hands. You probably won't have the same grip as you did before, and it's just gonna take a little while just to bed in and feel natural again. It is probably a good idea not to play all out. You know, don't go full on thinking that you're gonna be as good as you were when you left, because it's just not gonna happen. You're not gonna be have the same level of confidence and effectively the same ability. You know, you're not going to quite be the player that you were before you left. And sure, that should come back to you within, depending on how you long play for, you know, maybe a day, maybe a couple days. Most of it should come back, and the more you play again, you know, the more natural it will feel again. This gameplay here is actually, I think I might have mentioned this already, from before I went away. I thought about trying to get a gameplay from when I came back, but I actually only played about a game or two before I had to go, so I haven't had a proper decent gameplay from that, so it didn't really work out like that. But yeah, I mean, this is from just before, and I was trying out this gun, actually, this silenced gun here, and it's fucking insane. You know, I was just doing some really nice little plays with it. It's a highly recommendable gun. Anyway, let's not dwell on the past, because that's not what we're here to talk about. For first-person shooters, I would recommend, if you're playing something like Call of Duty, I would even recommend just starting off with a private match. I guess I think it's probably something that I used to do quite a lot. I mean, often before playing any games at all, you know, when I first come online, you know, there was always a few people online that I could just go in, we'd just have a little, you know, sniping match, or just any little private match, just for a bit of fun, and it just helps you warm up your hands, you know, get back into the rhythm of things, get your twitch back, you know, just really get back into the swing of things, and that's just on a normal basis. So if you've got something like that, Battlefield unfortunately doesn't really have it. I mean, you could play some single player, but it's not quite the same. But you know, for something like Call of Duty, I would definitely recommend just going in, taking things nice and slowly in a private match, and just having a bit of fun, just trying to get back, you know, used to the feel of things, and you know, just try and get back a little bit into your usual flow, and before you go, you know, launching straight into multiplayer, full-on combat. I mean, probably something that I would suggest anyway. Just having a little play around, trying to get back into it that way, somewhere which, you know, it's not going to matter as much. But having gone back into multiplayer, or with something like Battlefield, where you don't really have that option of just getting back into the flow of things outside of normal multiplayer, I definitely recommend taking things a little slower. Just instead of running straight in, just you know, try and really concentrate on those one-on-one gunfights. You know, get used to the recoil of guns, the sensitivity on your analog sticks. Just focus on each little battle as it comes. Play it a little slower, maybe. You know, don't run straight in. Just sort of hold back. Look for slightly like medium to longer range kills. And then even if you don't get the kills, you'll probably get the feel a bit more just for the accuracy, so that when you go in closer, you'll be more used to it. And that's what I'd recommend for something like Battlefield. You know, just keeping your distance. Try and maybe, you know, don't expect to win your first game. You know, don't expect to remember exactly the best tactics for each thing. I'm sure they'll come to you as you play through, but it's, you know, don't expect too much of yourself is really what I'm trying to say. Don't think, yeah, I was a beast player back then, I'm just gonna go in and go, you know, get 50 kills in this game straight away. Yes, I'm sure some people can do it, and I'm not saying it's impossible, but you know, this is just for your, you know, your standard player, your average to good player who's just had a break, as I have. And yeah, just first things first is take things nice and slow. Just try and concentrate on each gunfight as it comes, as opposed to the, you know, trying to focus too much on the grand scheme of things. You know, just, alright, let's kill this guy, you know, focus, think, alright, you know, get used to the recoil, trying to down him. Once you downed him, move on to your next target, and just work through it like that, you know, one step at a time. Don't try and get too overconfident, that sort of thing. That's the first thing I would say, really. Yeah, I think that's that point made. Another thing is probably a good idea to be playing in a team. In this game here, I'm playing just with one other member in my squad, which is Novak's there. We did play Battlefield a lot together, so we know each other's play style, we know what we're going to be doing in the game, and therefore we can play off each other. So you know, we can really aid each other, just get the job done. Obviously, when you're coming back, you know, you will have lost a bit of that chemistry with any other, you know, squad mates that you play, any of your mates that you'll be playing with. That won't quite be as, you know, rhythmic as it would normally. But you know, if you've got a few friends on, or if you haven't, maybe just see if you can pull a couple guys together, and therefore, you know, you've got people who aren't, you know, haven't been away, or maybe they have, but you know, you've got people who are feeling comfortable and confident with the game, who can just kind of aid you. You know, if you're playing against an average team, that they can just provide that upper hand, that bit of, you know, freedom, that bit of space, a bit of breathing space, I guess you might say, just to allow you that room for error. Obviously, you're not going to be perfect coming back in, and so the more room for error you have, the easier it's going to be for yourself. You know, if you miss a few shots, or If you've got someone there to continuously spot people around you, you know, if you've just got that extra kick, that extra help, it will just give you, like I said, that extra margin for error, a bit of breathing space, basically take the pressure off you more, you know, relieve you so you can just sort of go about, do your thing, concentrate on your playing as opposed to trying to play for the team as much, and, you know, get back into it that way. And then once you begin to feel more confident, you can kind of start to, you know, get back into, you know, working with your team, really trying to focus on winning the games, that sort of thing, with an ability that you can rely on. Accuracy was pretty shitty there. I wouldn't rely on that. I guess this gun's not just designed for longer ranges. Yeah, so that's sort of another thing I would say, really. Try and get yourself into a group, a confident group, if you have one, who can effectively take you through the level, you know, give you that confidence, give you that support that you need, just to allow yourself to be a bit more free in the way you play and let you do your thing more as opposed to focus on the team. And that way you've got more time to focus on your, you know, your own playing and get that back up to how it normally is. And you know, that'll I think be a really important thing, you know, just having that support, that team work there, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, we're coming up to the last base here. This was, oh fuck, I'm so bad. I cannot remember for the life of me what this place is called, this map. But we're coming up to the last base, so the video's coming to an end. I just wanted to say I got a PS Vita. I picked a PS Vita up. Came out today for Europe. I don't know about anywhere else, which is the 22nd. And I haven't actually played anything yet, but I'm pretty excited. It's really cool. I've just been playing around with it a little bit on, you know, just a few little things. I don't know, but yeah, maybe I don't know if there's going to be any way to actually record what's on there, but you know, if there is, or if there's something you can get for your PC, then that might be an option for some videos. I don't know. We'll have to see about that anyway. And yeah, hopefully back on with the normal posting, like I said. As I finish the game there with a nice little double spray. This gun is just fantastic. Definitely give it a go if you haven't already. Anyway, there's the game. It's a bit of a long one, but it's the first one back, so you guys deserve it. 27-8 was the final score. We won that whole rush in 12 minutes, which isn't bad at all. AS Val is the name of the gun I was using, actually. I've got the MVP in the A squad, I believe. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Again, good to be back in posting, and I leveled up to Colonel Rank 2. Hey, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.